Welcome back. Let's revisit our first report where the Senate asked states and local governments to immediately comply with the Supreme Court's judgments, particularly relating to accounts of local government areas, and the funds should be given directly to them. That's the talking point on the breakdown with the Policy and Legal Advocacy Center, Plac.
I think the whole issue of local government autonomy is on the front burner of discussion in this country, and we all would like to see local governments function effectively, would like to see local governments become more accountable in the light of the Supreme Court decision, which still has to be supported by constitutional amendment. But in the light of that decision, we would like to see local governments transit into proper democracies. Which means that there should be credible elections conducted by the state independent electoral commissions. Now, it's easy to single out a state and say that it didn't conduct a proper election. But, I sit here and I'm wondering which state has actually conducted a proper local government election. I can't find one state, not one. I can't even find that any state has a state independent electoral commission that is credibly constituted. So whether it is Benue or Anambra or Rivers or indeed any other state that has claimed to organize local government elections, none of them seems to be capable of passing the test of credibility. So when the National Assembly says that, the question is, is the National Assembly the body? Or indeed, when you even say National Assembly, you're talking of just one arm. For you to have a proper legislative decision of the National Assembly, it has to be the two arms. Either passing a law. If it passes a motion, then that motion is only morally constituted, so to say. It's not binding on the Accountant General. The Accountant General has no obligation to follow the suasion of a resolution of the Senate. That's what it is. If the Senate and the House were to pass the same resolution, then you would say perhaps it has better moral suasion, but it's not law. And there is nothing in the Constitution that I see that empowers the Senate or the House of Representatives, or both arms even, to determine what election is credible or not. So yes, the Senate is very well placed to raise concern about conduct of local government elections. We all know that the local government elections are not being conducted in a democratic manner. And what is going on in the whole milieu now, states conducting local government elections, is basically the pressure from the Supreme Court decision. But we all see that these elections lack credibility. The state independent electoral commissions lack credibility. And we're seeing that lack of credibility becoming very manifest, even at the National Electoral Commission level. We have to go back to the recommendations of the Mohammed Lawal Uwais Commission, the Electoral Reform Commission, that made recommendations on how you can constitute independent electoral commission bodies in Nigeria. When the Uwais report was issued, President Jonathan received that report, and without necessarily accomplishing the recommendations, he reconstituted INEC. And a whole lot of very credible people were put into the commission. And that's why you had Professor Tahiru Jega emerge. And that commission showed good levels of independence that led to the conduct of elections in 2011 and 2015 that a lot of people thought had good credibility. But since that election in 2015, our elections have gone downhill. So we have to go back to conducting proper elections. We have to go back to deciding how to constitute independent electoral commissions, a situation where the cousins, brothers, friends, relations of political office holders are the ones who have been nominated into electoral commissions. A situation where even party card carrying members are members of INEC is worrying. And that's where we are today. If you check the credentials of most of the people who have been appointed into the Electoral Commission, they were nominated by political office holders, and they are serving the interest and are beholden to those who have appointed them into the commission. So I think that the crisis of our elections is at a high level. And that's why elections conducted in this country in 2023 and even before that in 2019 have been subject of huge disputations and credibility questions.